Coming up, Kayla Brown's going to join us in just a second from Hibbett Retail. So Kayla Brown, why don't you come on up and let's welcome her.
All right, hey guys, welcome to my session. What we're going to talk about today is maximizing impact. So how we at Hibbett and City Gear use automation to drive email efficiency and email results, and most importantly, team bandwidth and team efficiency. Because I don't know about you guys, but I have a small team and we like to do more with less. So this is all about how automation can help that. So first, as all retailers, we like to boost conversions. We want more revenue, more sessions, more foot traffic. And so we went to Movable and said, all right, how can we do this in the environment that we're in right now? Consumers are obviously not buying quite as much. They're being very conservative on where they put their dollars. And we have a partnership with Klarna. So that was one thing that Movable Inc. suggested is, well, how are you using Klarna? How are you marketing Klarna? So they suggested that we put it in our product recommendations. Well, at Hibbett, we do not do anything without testing. We are huge, huge testers. So first we tested product recommendations using the Movable Inc. app through just regular product recommendations, name of the product, pricing, shop now button, versus having this buy now, pay later option. That in itself boosted our revenue about 30%. And then we said, okay, what can we do next to elevate this? So we then tested the Klarna language. You would not think that something as simple as going from split your payments in 4 to buy now, pay later would really make a difference, but it did. It increased our revenue by an additional 26%, which was incredible. It was a huge win and something super small that our team didn't really have to put a lot of time into. So what we worked with Movable Inc. on is making sure that they were in all of our product recommendations. So in our app, when we go into the Movable Inc. content library, we have a special built app in there, and the team just puts the web ID in, and it automatically shows this with the buy now, pay later options. And they also partnered with our web team to automatically calculate what those payment options would be for the customer. And if the price is below $25 or below $35, we drop that, so it's automated and it doesn't show buy now, pay later because that's not an option. All right, and then also speaking of our customers being very careful with their money, I'm sure that as retailers, you guys are probably experiencing the same thing. So we send weekly clearance emails really telling our customers, hey, this is what you can get for prices that you're looking for. Well, we went to Movable Inc. and our ESP Zeta and said, hey, this is a really great email. It drives a lot of revenue, drives a lot of sessions, but honestly, it takes a lot of time to do. So we asked them, how can we maximize our team's bandwidth with this and also lift revenue? At the end of the day, maximizing bandwidth is great, but we need revenue to pay the bills. So they suggested automating it. Both our ESP and Movable Inc. suggested that. So we went in 2 phases with this. Phase 1 was automating the products. Before, we were having our merchandising team tell us what they thought we should push. And that is still the backup for us, but what we put out there first is what the customer is actually browsing. So have they browsed something that's now on clearance? What are they interested in? And it's automated. So we put it in the email, it automatically updates based on the customer's preference. This in itself brought a 6% lift in revenue. So win for us. So then we said, okay, so that's great. Now we don't have to manually pick the products. We don't even have to go into Movable Inc. and change the products every week. But we still have to go in there and change the subject line, schedule the email, update the creative, all of that. that was still a hassle. So then we worked back with Movable Inc. and Zeta, our ESP, and we set up an automated email. So it just triggers every week, and we go into Movable Inc. and we have the hero image time targeted so that changes every week and it looks like a new email. It has drastically helped my team's efficiency. In fact, it saved them about 4 to 5 hours a week, which, as you guys know, every minute is important when it comes to email marketing. And 14% lift in revenue, which again is amazing. So next we have streamlining emails. So after we got in motion with the clearance email, we kind of got addicted to automating. We said, okay, what can we do next? What is taking our team's time? So we were going into holiday, the busiest time of the year, where our emails quickly ramped up, and we went from sending 1 to 2 a day to sending sometimes 3 to 4 a day. So we needed that team bandwidth. We needed that team efficiency. So we went back to Movable Inc. and I went to our rep, Lauren, and I said, hey, Lauren, look, we have all of these categories that our site merch team has created that are our marketing messages for holiday. Can we automate this? What can we do? Because my team is struggling with bandwidth. And she was fantastic. They worked on creating some custom apps for us where they pulled in the products from each category. So all we have to do is put the category ID in there, and it automatically pulled in the products. This allowed us to triple our efficiency. Guys, we went from spending hours on holiday emails daily to just changing the hero image and rearranging the design a little bit and pushing those out there. And it greatly helped my team with strategy, which again, I know revenue is important, and this also did drive revenue, but it allowed us to put more emails out there, which is why it drove revenue. So our team was able to focus on, okay, what can we do next? What can we personalize? What can we do that's one-to-one? Because we've got these automated emails, and that's not taking the time away from us anymore. So it was incredible. Like I said, Movable Inc. helped us with those personalized apps, which really drove that team efficiency. All right, so again, automating and personalizing. That's the name of the game in retail marketing. If you're not personalizing, then you're not drawing the attention of the customer. So one thing that we've always had, I feel like since the beginning of our time with Movable Inc., is a cart abandonment banner. It's been incredible, but it got kind of stale. So our rep, Lauren, suggested, let's do something new. Let's add in more personalization. Yeah, cart abandonment banner is great. That's personalized in and of itself, but how can we take it one step further? So what we did is we did this in 2 steps. First, we tested cart abandonment versus non-cart abandonment. That, of course, drove a lift. And then with the personalization in the cart abandonment banner, we tested adding the number of products that they have in their cart, the image of the product, and we found that adding the number of products is what won. That's what customers wanted, and it drove a 95% lift in click-through rate. That was mind-blowing for me. Personally, I didn't think that it was going to make much of a difference. I was pleasantly surprised and very wrong, and I'm glad for that. So now I listen to anything Lauren suggests. And then also, in addition to that, we did more with behavioral insights. We said, okay, this worked. Again, we got addicted, and we said, what can we do next? And so what we did next was we added a behavioral-based banner. We've tested this a few times now, and we combined it with our loyalty messaging. So it's based on what a customer is actually browsing on the website, and it tells them how many points they can get with that product. So we're encouraging them to shop more and earn more points. And again, all of these are automated, so we can just stick it in the header of the email or stick the code in the email, and we don't even have to think about it again until we're ready to update it. Okay, so then also, live poll and retargeting. If you guys aren't doing this, oh my gosh, please do. It is incredible. It's fun, it's engaging. It can take a stale email and greatly increase your clicks. It's also really fun for the customer. Who doesn't like a poll? So what we first did this with was our holiday checklist. We wanted to know what are customers wanting to shop for, who are they wanting to shop for, and then use that to personalize some emails. So we created this holiday checklist, and we just put it in all of our holiday emails. It was just a static, or not a static, sorry, it was just code that we stuck in every single email, and we allowed people to click on it, and then we showed them who or how many votes they're getting. So are more people shopping for women, men, kids? It was kids, by the way. Most people shopped for kids during holiday. So then what we did is we took our other holiday emails and we changed it up. We changed the hero image and we changed the design up based on what their poll said that they wanted. So we might still show women's and men's, but we'd lead with kids, things like that. We also did this without showing it was a poll in some cases. So we had, for example, we would have like Nike versus Adidas versus Under Armour, just a bunch of different like brand call outs. And then we would use what they picked to then personalize the next email. And we didn't, in this case, show that it was a poll, but it is a live poll on the back end of Movable Link. Another example of how we use live poll and retargeting is our shop by size section in our birthday emails. So if a customer clicks 5, 6, 7, we're gathering that information, and we can use that to show personalized product recommendations. And again, the best part of this is it's automated. We stick it in there, we don't have to touch it again. Increasing Teams bandwidth is huge. And then if you're Nike fans, you might know that March 26th is Air Max Day. So we do a huge campaign around that. In this example, we did what's your favorite Air Max? And we let them choose between Vapor Max, Air Max 1, just the different Air Max shoes. And then we use that to personalize the products that were in some remaining Air Max emails. All right, so that is how we have used automation to help team bandwidth and increase clicks. At this time, does anybody have any questions? None? Okay, well, I'm gonna leave you guys with one recommendation. The biggest thing that I have learned the past couple of years with Movable Link is talk to your rep. If you have an idea, you are struggling with anything, if you see something you like, or if you just have a problem, like in my case, it was team bandwidth. I was frank with my rep and I went to her and said, Lauren, what can we do? And she came up with all types of ideas. So please, 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 if you see anything you want to do, have any issue, just talk to your rep. You would be amazed at what they can come up with. Awesome. Thank you, guys.